Radio presents Beyond the Bleachers. Here's your host, Lew and Hugh.
What's up? What's up? How everybody doing out there today? This is your boy Lew here with my co-host Hugh, and I told you guys last week that we'll be introducing somebody new to the family this week. It took me a minute, man. I had to find just the right person. I had to find a good moderator, and I wanted it to be a female. I wanted to be a woman. I didn't want a dude moderator. I wanted a female moderator, somebody that kind of, I want to say not host the show, but ask us questions. Then I wanted a female perspective on a lot of the subjects that we talk about, because I know we have some female listeners out there that listen to the show, and I just wanted that female perspective, that female point of view. So I want to introduce Monique, as we will call her Mo. Mo to the show. What's up, Monique?
What's going on? What it do?
How you doing, Monique? Welcome.
Hi, Hugh. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's what's good.
Hey, I'm gonna call you Monique. I've been knowing you since we were about 15 years old. So I'm gonna call you Monique. Everybody else call you Mo or whatever. You can want to be known as Mo, but I'm gonna call you Monique.
Monique is fine. It's fine.
I feel like I gotta earn my right to call you Mo. I'm gonna call you Monique too until I get comfortable, and then I'm gonna start calling you Mo.
However it works. I respond to both.
For sure.
All right. Before we get started, man, I want people to kind of know you, a little bit of background. Just tell everybody where you're from. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit about you and why you like sports. What interests you in sports?
All right. So I'm from the D. Go Packers. Yeah, I know. That don't even match, but I'm a Packers fan. So can't scream Go Lions, Go Packers.
You're not gonna like that.
Hey,
go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead. The producer ain't gonna like
Packers. That. Sorry, producer. But I'm a cheesehead. So yeah. But anyway, no, I like football. That's my main sport. I like football. I like the hard hitting and the action. I guess I would like hockey too. They like fighting stuff. I used to like basketball, but they soft now. So
pretty much.
I left basketball alone. But yeah, man, sports is cool. And I got brothers, and that's all I grew up with is them in sports. So
no doubt. No doubt. Hey, Q, man, you can't let her go after she could like the Packers, man. You can't do that. We need her.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't gonna like that.
We need her, man. Oh. We need her.
Well, we got it's a station team or something. Where we all got to be Lions fans or something. Is that what?
I'm actually a Patriots fan.
And I'm a Patriots
me too.
fan.
Okay, so there we go. Go Pats. We can go on that one.
Do like Aaron, though.
That's almost like I know with the Lions thing or whatever. You saying that you're a Packers fan is almost like somebody coming on the show and saying that they're an Ohio State fan to me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I don't mind Packers fans. I don't mind them like that. I do mind like Michigan State and Ohio State fans. I can't stand them. Like it's just something, you know what I'm saying? I'm go blue all the way. So it's just it's just something about that. But man, everybody, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Everybody had a good weekend?
Yeah,
yeah, I definitely did.
It was warm.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish it was warm, Monique. Don't start that. It was cold as hell Saturday.
Oh
yeah.
No.
Super cold.
Not cold as hell. We've had 10-degree days. That's cold as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Was you outside
it's pretty
Saturday,
good
Monique?
for February.
Yeah, I was outside.
It was cold. That wind was cutting. Like, it was out there with a samurai sword, like, cutting people.
Yes.
Like, the wind was crazy. Like, I couldn't stand it. I was out all day. Oh, and Hugh, I want to tell you, I was out pretty much all day. Me and the kid went to this local indie wrestling show. And man, it was fantastic, man. One of the best times I've ever had. I liked it more actually than I did a WWE event, like going to the real big events, like at the Joe, because it was more personable. You know what I'm saying? You got the wrestlers really interacted with you. You know what I'm saying? My daughter actually helped out in the match, so it was like it was fun, man. It was fun to tell. So yeah, we were out there, and then we went to go see the movie Get Out. So we were out all weekend. So it was cold as hell out there. It was cold. And you know,
Jumping up, man. It's Michigan.
And Monique, you know me. Hugh, you know me. I'm a big dude. You know what I'm saying? And I was cold as hell. I mean, I'm built like a bear, and I was cold, man. Goddamn.
You know,
I'm about to die out there. Hey, my daughter walking outside with her damn jacket unzipped. I'm like, girl, you don't zip that damn jacket up. What's wrong with you? Yeah, I'm about to die. But yeah, man, I'm glad everybody had a good weekend. Hope our listeners had good weekends. It's Monday. No, mostly everybody at home except for the people, you know, who's out here doing afternoon shifts. I know I would be at work right now if I didn't switch shifts. Thank God for that. But hey, we got a full show today. Like I said, Monique is going to do most of the moderating. Usually I would be doing it, but she's going to be doing it. But I am going to leave y'all with leave my moderation days with just running down all the topics we're going to talk about today. That's going to be her job. That's what she's going to do every Monday. She's going to run down the topics and shoot the topics to us, and Hugh and I are going to give our point of views, and she's also going to give her point of views as well. So, with that being said, I'm going to run down the lineup for today. We will be talking about Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, whether the fight will happen or not. We'll also be talking about Jameis Winston. He has some things. He was speaking at an elementary school, so we're going to be talking about that. Is everything being blown off proportion? Was he out of line? You know, so we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Draymond Green. You know, the Warriors got one of the best teams, well, the best team in the NBA. But will his demeanor, like him acting a fool, getting texts all the time and stuff like that, will that kind of derail them during their playoff run and ultimately, you know, the finals or whatever? We're also going to be talking about women's football. Is there a market for it? As far as like within the NBA, the NFL, the NFL standpoint, because you know we got a NBA and then we got a WNBA. So can we have a WNFL? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to talk about should the Clippers break up the current team and start fresh. And then we're going to I added this last minute. We're going to talk about the Shaq and JaVale McGee beef. I know everybody probably seeing what's going on with that. So, hey, let's get it started. Monique, you got the topics. Shoot them out to us.
All right, so I just want to get this clear. So my job is to tell y'all what to talk about, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
So I'm in charge of take what y'all talk. All right, I like that. I like the in charge part. That's all I'm gonna roll with. If it's something different, don't tell me right now. So I wanted to go with the funny one, with this Shaq and what's this boy's name? JaVale McGee. He is a crybaby. Like, real talk. Come on, put your big boy drawers on. And if you don't do nothing for Shaq to clown you on, he can't clown you for all this time. If you just been being extra special, you can't be mad at him for saying something to you. Like, come on now. Am I the only one to think that? Am I wrong? Like, do y'all think he's being a baby? Or he you know, his anger has validation?
Who you want to go first, Monique? Shoot. Who you want?
Hugh, come on. Hugh.
I think that he's extra sensitive. I'm glad you mentioned that, too. I was talking to a few people about it at the job, and I don't really feel like Shaq really mean to disrespect him or have any disrespect towards him, but I just feel like more or less him being so sensitive, it really don't make no sense to me, because at the same time, he could even get himself more popular or out there with the fans by, you know, being okay with it, you know, just basically saying, you know, no problem, you know, kind of joke around with it. I actually would have been on the show, and I would have accepted those Shaq and the Fool awards, man, because it ain't really no problem, and it ain't like Shaq trying to dog them out or whatsoever. But the thing is, he's extra sensitive, because I feel like right now, and I think the Warriors are sensitive, because I did a little reading on that, too. Did you guys know that the Warriors were trying to beg ESPN to get Shaq's show from not showing that anymore, because they feel like they're a title contender, and then they feel like if JaVale McGee's always on the show, that it kind of takes away from the strength of the Golden State team? Did y'all hear about that crap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead ass serious right now. He really thought, well, man, you know, let's talk to ESPN, man, and get Shaq from not talking about Shaq and the Fool and putting JaVale McGee name out there, because it's hurting our credential as a playoff team. Yeah, they were that sensitive that they did that shit.
That's crazy. James.
Oh man. Okay, I have kind of a split take on this. Now, I'm a real big supporter of trash talk. Okay, I thoroughly enjoyed when Draymond Green was ragging on Paul Pierce the other night. I was in tears laughing at him. That was old school shit talk, just straight old school. I know their job on TNT. You know, that's a great show. You know, with Charles, Kenny, Ernie, and Shaq. They do a great job. I love them. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite shows to watch. And I know their job is to, you know, get a player some shit and, you know, talk junk about them when they mess up and stuff like that. And some of them mess up, even the best of them. You know, LeBron had a little snafu a couple weeks ago when he tried to dunk the ball. He, you know, damn near killed himself and then jumped up and foul. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that made the Shaq and the Fool thing too. So, you know, some of the best mess up. Now, JaVale McGee is not a superstar. He's not one of them guys. He's not even a Tyson Chandler type player. You know what I'm saying? Which it seems like the Golden State Warriors are trying to make him. But when you talk junk like Shaq did, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You talk junk, mess around with him or whatever, and, you know, put some stuff on Twitter. Now, when dude clap back at you and then you threaten violence, that's another thing. Shaq told JaVale McGee he'll slap him. Now, we all seen Shaq. Shaq is like 7'1", about 300-some pounds now. You know what I'm saying? Over 3. JaVale McGee is 6'10", 6'11", about 200 nothing. And Shaq is threatening him. And Shaq's position is different. He's not a player anymore. Shaq is an analyst. So he's supposed to analyze the players, and if he want to talk junk about them, that's fine. That's fine. Players clap back at you. That's fine. Just like LeBron clapped back at Barkley. Barkley like, hey, let's leave it alone. Bam, I'm not going to get personal with a player. Shaq got personal with JaVale. That's my whole thing. He got personal. After he ragged him about his play, JaVale McGee clapped back, which I do think his clap back was a little bit sensitive, of course, but you can't get personal with a player when you're in an analyst position like that. That's just unprofessional as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's real unprofessional. So I think Shaq was wrong for being unprofessional. But I do think today's NBA players, man, are soft. They can't take trash talk. They don't know how. Most of them don't know how to talk trash, and they're like ultra sensitive. And you got to look at it. Usually, people like they have a leader in that, and the leader is LeBron James. I blame this on LeBron ass. I do. I'm gonna blame LeBron. That's what I'm gonna do. And I hope LeBron hears this shit. I'm gonna blame him because he always whining about something, about nobody can't criticize you and all this. You in the public eye, so you're gonna get criticized, no matter if you like it or not. So you're a professional. You're a professional, and you have to, as a professional, know how to take that criticism. Now, if you want to clap back, that's fine. You can clap back and talk junk too, but if somebody get the best of you, just take the L and just move on. You know what I'm saying? And I think when Charles Barkley said what he said about LeBron, it was nothing for LeBron to really say. I mean, he could have clapped back on Barkley. All he had to say was, I got 3 rings. Shut up. That's all he had to say. He didn't have to get personal like that. You know what I'm saying? He got personal, and Barkley cut it off. You know what I'm saying? He cut it off because he didn't want to get back personal with LeBron, which he could have. Real personal. So I think Shaq was awesomely wrong for getting personal. He wasn't wrong for the initial smack talk to JaVale. Did y'all hear JaVale mama start talking?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like,
wow. Go ahead, Monique.
What kind of softness? How soft are you if your mama, as a grown man, got to step in and say, stop messing with my baby. Leave my baby alone. Leave my baby alone. Let me wipe your tears, little boo-boo baby. Come on, here, mommy got your back. No, that's not what should happen. Number one. That she was totally out of line. Like, look, now you giving him more reason to be on Shaq, whatever, to get clowned. Yeah. You're giving him more reason because you, as his mother, instead of letting him be a grown man and deal with whatever he was dealing with, you got to step in and say, leave my baby alone. I got his binky and his blankie right here, so leave my baby alone. You're being a bully, Shaq. You need to lose your job. But you need to tell her, son, step your game up. You won't get clowned, son. And to James, what you said, Shaq was not for real about, I don't think, like I'm reading the tweet right now, I don't think Shaq was for real about slapping that boy.
Serious. I think he was just
that was a joke. He like,
but,
you want to know, now you want to have balls now, so, all right, I'm going to slap the, now you know you ain't coming for Shaq like that. Shaq know he ain't coming for nobody like that. That was a joke. All goes back to the crybaby. Put on your box, take off your underoos, put on some boxer briefs or something. Man up.
But Monique, you have to understand though, you're doing it on a public forum. So whether he was joking or not, in his position, it was unprofessional. That's what I'm saying. It was an unprofessional take from Shaq's position of sitting up there, and his job, his only job, is to analyze the players, not go back and forth into like something like that. Now, if he wanted to keep analyzing him and his game and putting insults in that, then that would have been within his criteria to do. When you go off into something physical, nobody knows if you're playing or not. Unless you say, I'm just joking, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just playing or whatever. But, I mean, he just said what he said and just let it be. So we may look at it and be like, oh, Shaq was just playing with the dude, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But nobody, the mainstream media probably don't know that. Or, you know, Shaq's boss is looking like, oh, shit. Like, you can't threaten the players. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So that's my take.
I thought that it was crazy, first and foremost. I just really didn't like the fact that JaVale went, like, you know, sucker mode on there. You know, he was a 3-time champion of the Shaq to the Fool, but I think he got a little personal, too, though, Jay, if you want to put that in there, because he definitely told Shaq to eat a dick. You know,
yeah, he said you had the nuts in my mouth for 5 to 6 years.
Yeah,
that's personal.
You don't tell a grown man nothing like that. He definitely took a really – it wasn't even a jab. He threw a haymaker at Shaq because of the fact that his game is not even relevant, man. Maybe if you just – man, I just don't understand with this. JaVale McGee died. You know, this is fundamentals he's messing up on. Like, you got the ball out of bounds and you step in and try to pass the ball to somebody. It's simple, silly stuff that he do. Like, come on, JaVale, man, you've been in the league too damn long. You've been doing this all your life, and then you're making these stupid-ass little league, bush league mistakes. If he basically do a better job, man, I think that, you know, they would definitely kind of tone down on him, but he do a lot of ignorant stuff on court. I definitely say we all have little brain farts and make mistakes here and there, like the one with Westbrook. Probably one of the funniest ones I've ever seen. He took like 7, 8 steps. He didn't even bounce the ball, and he was pointing and directing people. And stuff like, man, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, in a situation like where, I don't know. And he kind of looking crazy and dazed. I thought that was like one of the funniest things ever. That made the Shaq and the Fool. Most times, silly stuff go on there when you make mistakes. Most times it'll be bloopers. But he makes too many bloopers, and I feel like he needs to focus on his game, not even really just his damn game. It's just the fundamental and basic things that you should know coming up playing basketball.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's where he's at fault.
I was watching, because I didn't, like I said, I'm not a basketball girl. But I was like, okay, well, let me see who this guy is. Why is Shaq talking about him? Why has he been talking about him so long? And this boy has been calling on his mama and Jesus and the whole church family to pray for him and to have Shaq stop talking about him. So I go, he shoots a shot and misses, and he started running down the court. He ain't even paid attention that the ball done bounced back and it's still in play. He's just like, oh, his team player's sitting there holding the ball like, nigga. Where are you going?
He's crazy.
All right, that word's not good. Like, what are you doing? What is this? Like, come on, man. He needs to be clowned every possible moment until, instead of crying about it, he step his game up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He's absolutely nuts.
He can definitely step his game up. But like I said, you know, you have your superstars, you have your stars, you have your role players. You have your 6 men. You have guys that can give you 5 minutes a night, you know, and then you have your trash players, you know, guys who never get in the game, sit on the bench. You have your me heads, your airheads, all this stuff.
So what are you saying he is?
He's an airhead. He's an airhead. Like, I think he loses sense of, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be I'm gonna bring up a serious issue into, you know, a lighthearted situation, but that ADHD stuff is real. It's real. Like it's some real. It's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of these guys. You know, they
does he have ADHD?
I don't know. I don't know what he got. It looks like he does.
Now, see, you would have people with ADHD mad at you, putting him on them. See?
I mean,
apologize to all
real.
anybody who has ADHD who's listening to the show. We like to apologize in advance.
Yeah,
but
he don't belong to y'all.
I'm for real though. That looks like he has too many brain farts. Like, you know, just daydreaming. How you daydream in the middle of a game? Like you playing this game, and you like you just gave that example. How you shoot the ball? And you know what I'm saying? You bust up down the court on defense. Don't know who got the rebound, or somebody got the offensive boards or whatever. You don't know. And he just bounced.
So like Forrest Gump, like just run, just go. All right, I touched the ball today, y'all. I'm about to go.
To me, that's ADHD at its finest. Like for real, like really. So, I mean, I guess, I mean, what do you think we at on this, man? We divided? Because I think Shaq was just wrong by threatening the dude like that. Y'all say he's not, you know what I'm saying, JaVale was being a cake boy.
Yeah, I definitely felt like that. And then by him telling Shaq to eat a dick, he really made it more personal. You know, Shaq was just joking around. He never disrespected or said nothing about him before, prior to the Shaq and the Fools. It was just all fun and games. Then JaVale got sensitive, said what he said. That opened Pandora's box when he did that. When you tell a grown man to eat a dick, that's fighting words. So I felt like he initiated it, even though Shaq made the Shaq and the Fool, but he shouldn't even been that sensitive, man. I would have accepted a award or two, you know, been okay with it. But I feel like he looking at it and he ragging on his game, but maybe if he do better things, like as far as the fundamentals and do better at basics, like you said, some of the stuff he do is very unnecessary, and you be thinking like, man, this dude is not all there. You know, he needs to focus on basketball.
How did he get on the team?
Yeah, come on now. You know, maybe if he didn't do all those stupid things, they wouldn't have nothing to talk about. But he's going to consistently do them because that's who he is.
Yeah,
God.
Crazy. But let's.
Okay.
I'm about to take this topic, and we're going to jump to another one. So, Hugh, you were saying how the Warriors wanted ESPN to get at Shaq for, you know what I'm saying, talk about JaVale because of the morale of the team, and, you know what I'm saying, they're contenders, they're number one. But what are they going to do about Draymond Green if his actions, if they mad at ESPN about how talking about this clown is messing up the morale of the team, do they not think Draymond Green actions are affecting the team? Just saying.
Man,
Hugh.
That dude is a 6'7" boogie cousin. He is like the poor man boogie cousin. He was getting so close for them to want to boot him off that team. Last year I heard he had a crazy-ass rant. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but I heard he kind of went off on Steve Kerr. People was trying to, you know, talk to him and tell him to sit down. He like, I'm not a robot. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't sitting nowhere. And things kind of got out of hand with him. And he's being more of a distraction than he is a team leader. And people say you need that fiery person on the team, that loose cannon, but why would you want that type of person on the team? You know, definitely in a Golden State uniform when all he do is cause trouble. Is he a hell of a defender? Yeah. Did he step his game up on offense? Surprisingly. I didn't think he had it in him. He really stepped up his game in the aspects of just basic, you know, basketball. He stepped his game up a level when guys on the team was getting hurt. I couldn't believe how good he played and how he carried himself in those situations. But I think he get a little bit too dramatic, and he complained too much, and he just don't know how to let shit go. And that's been his biggest issue right now. And I just feel like he was a big distraction on that team. If they didn't get rid of him by the trade deadline, I don't think they will, but I think he hurt that team more than he did help them last year in the NBA Finals. I know all of y'all agree because him doing what he did with LeBron James, even though I know LeBron provoked it, and I felt like they could have looked at it both ways and said, hey, LeBron, you provoked this guy to do what he did, and this is the reason why he lashed out. But I look at it now, and I'm like, well, he's a grown man, and he speaks for himself. And, you speak for your own actions. And I definitely think he hurt them in their finals last year. They had a shot, and I think with the momentum they had, they could have won. But there ain't no damn way they should have gave up that 3-1 lead. I can't make that as an excuse, you guys. But he definitely was a distraction, and he hurt the team last year. I think they could have definitely repeated if he didn't do a lot of the unnecessary things he did.
I'm waiting, Mom.
All right.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm quiet until you ask me. Now, hey, all right. I tell people this a lot. Now, I played a lot of basketball, a lot of football, throughout my 36 years. I watched a lot. Draymond doesn't remind me too much of Boogie, because I can see where you're going with that, Hugh, because of how Boogie is. I actually think Draymond is worse than Boogie. And the reason I think he's a little worse is because he actually is he's like the heartbeat of that team. He has a lot of influence. And if you look at Draymond's an alpha male. He's an alpha. So with him being an alpha, his influence is vital to the team. He reminds me more of a alpha male, a real big alpha male version of Dennis Rodman. You need players like him. You need that. You need that stuff. But here's where it can get dangerous. Anything that's uncontrolled is bad. So you can have something with good traits or whatever, just like a martial artist. A martial artist can be great. I mean, just technique down, everything. But if he doesn't have discipline and self-control, he going to be killing people and doing all types of stuff, not knowing when not to fight, and, just pretty much a loose cannon. So I think it needs to get to a point where somebody is going to have to straight up get in Draymond's face and tell him, chill the hell out, dude. Like, we need you to be fiery, but it got to be under control, because they can't lose him in a finals again, or even in the Western Conference playoffs, because Houston is dangerous this year. You get a hiccup with Houston, you'll probably be at home somewhere watching the rest of the playoffs. San Antonio is always dangerous every year. And then if you go to the finals, you got to deal with a Cleveland team. And we already know, we know Cleveland come out the East. I mean, other teams in the East can, make a little bit of ripples, but LeBron them coming out anyway. But when it all comes down to it, like you said last year, I will say that 3-1 lead, they lost because when he got suspended, like I said, he's the heartbeat of that team. And when you take the heart away from the body dies. And even if you put the heart back into the body, it's going to take some time to, people have heart surgery. They're in recovery for a while. You know what I'm saying? So you're in recovery, and they're recovering. They were recovering from Draymond being out. They had all the momentum, and that momentum swung like a straight-up pendulum when he went out for Game 5, and they had Game 5 coming back home.
That could have been
what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, they may have had enough, But Drake, like I said, that energy was lacking. They didn't have no energy when they get kind of tired, because they're a shooting team, so you're going to get tired at times when you're a shooting team, and you run like that. Draymond is high energy. He doesn't stop. He damn Energizer Bunny. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't stop. So everybody else feeds off that. You saw them the other night when he had got that tech and he got upset and stuff like that, and he on the bench yelling and cheering them on. Man, Kevin Durant went crazy. And Kevin Durant was like, I fed off of that. Like, his energy was infectious. You know what I'm saying? You need that, but you need him to be that type of Draymond, not the one who get in the ref face, trying to choke the damn ref, or kicking Blake Griffin upside the head, and
right.
You know what I'm saying, kicking people in the nuts, grabbing nuts, and all this stuff. You can't be doing that. You can't be nut grabbing and kicking people upside the heads in the game, and that's that Dennis Rodman crap. And you saw Dennis Rodman, he was under control when he was with the Pistons, right? Because you had alpha males like Isaiah Thomas and Lambeer and them cats on there to keep him, you know what I'm saying, keep him level.
That's it.
Right. Once Zeke and them left, once he got traded, actually, because Rodman got traded when they broke it up. He got traded to San Antonio. Good San Antonio team. Acting up over there. Taking the shoes off on the bench. They asked him to go into the game. He like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Standing in the middle of the lane doing a free throw. All this junk. They got rid of him because there was no alpha males over there to tell him to, hey, dog, you got to chill out. He goes over to Dallas. Same crap. Even worse. What happened when he went to the Bulls? He tried that crap.
Under control.
Yeah, he tried that crap. You had alpha males, Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, the ultimate alpha male. We're not taking this shit. We'll get rid of it. We'll win without you, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part of this, good. If you don't, if you want to keep these antics up, get the hell on. Because we're trying to win. It's going to be a distraction. And they need somebody to do that over in Golden State. He
did have
needs
a
to be
hiccup,
under
though.
control.
Remember his hiccup, though, Jay? He did one thing he didn't supposed to, man. Yeah, he had a hiccup. It was kind of bad, but it really wasn't too bad. It was like Rodman being Rodman. Remember, he missed one of them games, man, one of them playoff games, and it was an issue that was going on, like, what the heck and what the hell is Dennis Rodman at? Remember, that fool showed up on WCW Nitro.
Oh, yeah, he had showed. Yeah.
That was the only hiccup, man. But after Jordan got into him, man, nothing like that never happened again. That was just a little hiccup, but he definitely rode the course in Chicago.
Yep.
He seemed like like what you said, I was thinking when I saw and was reading about him, I thought two names popped into my head: Rodman and Metta World Peace.
Oh, God. Yep. You got that right.
That's the only thing I thought of. Like, what? I was like, okay.
Oh,
like, first thing I wrote down is Dennis Rodman, Metta World Peace. Like, just crazy. Like, why? For what? I understand the passion in the game, but, like, in real life, is it really that necessary?
Well,
and I understand what they're saying, that they don't have they're not a hype team, I guess, or they play with passion, but not fire, not fiery passion. It's a passion, and it's not a fire. And you got that fire. And I understand everybody need a hype man. Look at Flavor Flav, but you don't have to be crazy. Like, come on, what's the point? Really, like what you said, that it got them fired up, but they need to find something else to get them fired up. Like, he got 11 texts already.
Yeah.
In this season. He had 12 last season had 12. He has 11. And you still got 20-some games left to play.
That's too many.
Now, is he going to get put out? Is he going to have to keep miss more games? Like,
possibly.
Now, that hurts the team right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Absolutely.
He's a wild card that somebody needs to put a leash on him or something. Like, give him his Ritalin so he can calm down a little bit, just a little tad, just a pinch.
But here's the question though: who's going to do it? Who's going to do it?
Everybody. It has to be like an intervention.
Yeah,
everybody on the team.
I was just about to say that, Monique. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It'll have to be everybody. I have to just end up like he'll be in his locker, and he'll happen to look behind him, and all his teammates and the coaches and stuff just circle around him. Like, hey man,
his mama needs to come to that intervention.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fucking mama.
Hey, Hugh. Hey, he gonna let out the cry my man did on that show. When, his son was telling him he gonna let the cry out at the locker. But
that is hilarious.
Yeah, though, like real talk, they need to get that under control. Like he got to keep it. He has to keep his energy. Because if you get Draymond, I wouldn't give you Ritalin, Monique, because he wouldn't have his high energy.
Yeah, but no, you could just like split the pill in 4 and give him just like crush it up in some Gatorade or something.
Give him 1/4 of the pill.
He just needs to woof like just. He like on 30. If he took it down to not his game, necessarily his gameplay. But if his extraness, if he took that down from a 30 to a 15, that would still be good. And then he would see less texts, like he would see less trouble. Like, hey, buddy, maybe he needs to listen to like Kenny G while he's on the sideline, just find a happy place and just cool out or something, you know.
Just like Steve Kerr said though. Steve Kerr was like, it's okay to go to the edge, but don't jump over the edge. Like, you don't want to commit suicide like that. Like, I mean, you can get close to the edge, but you're not about to, you can get close to the edge of the Grand Canyon, but you're not about to jump in it. Like, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So they need to get it together because it is going to end up hurting them in the long run. And somebody need to do it. Steph, little light-skinned ass, ain't going to come in his face and do it. Klay Thompson be acting too pretty to do it. Kevin Durant, he not going to do it. He too soft-spoken. He ain't going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who else? JaVale McGee don't even know what's going on, so he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody else.
They need to just an intervention.
Yeah, intervention, the whole team.
We're here.
Just tell him, like, dude. Yeah.
And
they need to have videos, a slideshow, and then some of his victims can come talk. Like, I'm sure Paul Pierce didn't like him talking about you on the farewell tour. You ain't going nowhere. Like, no. So let him come.
Kobe.
Right. Like, come on, let Blake Griffin come. Let them all come talk to him. Like, man, come on, we're all basketball brothers. Why you gotta be so mean? Like,
Steve Adams got to come too. Steve Adams got to definitely be one of the first people in there too. Like, and when you kicked me in the balls that time, you shot that jumper. It hurt.
Right.
They're gonna have some referees. They're gonna have referees on there. Some refs. You know he done hurt some of the refs, fellas.
Oh yeah.
The coach,
some of the refs
everybody.
on there. I really think Steve Kerr take you with a grain of salt. Steve Kerr, that's like them. You know how parents have that one crazy ass kid, and all they do is just tell them, "Go sit your ass down." You know what I'm saying? That's probably what Steve Kerr said. Man, get your ass out of here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even listening to you. You know, he probably don't even pay attention like that no more. But, yeah, I agree with what you said, Monique. Straight up intervention, man. That's the only thing that I think is gonna get to him. And then when he does get a little bit, because sometimes I know for some guys, I played with a dude similar in college. He was like almost a loose cannon. Like he was always in a rough phase, and when he get taken out of the game, he kicking chairs. Like, dude, you just played 20 straight minutes. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? But like he needs to get to a point. They need to get to a point where somebody grab him. And like you said, they could do it in the team format. You know what I'm saying? The four of them get in his face. Hey, man, chill the hell out. You about to get attacked, and it's about to cost us points. It's about to cost us our momentum. Chill the hell out, dude.
Right.
We need you. Sit
And
down.
They got him going crazy, and then they got him this other one over here crying. It's like, come on, y'all just gonna fall, y'all gonna implode, cause y'all got like both extremes of the spectrum, like, and when, like, what, and everybody in the middle, like, oh my God, what we gonna do?
Man.
So yeah, they really needed to get it together, but I guess he Draymond, like, hey, I'm a strong black man. You gonna know it. Stand up. Let you know I'm here. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was like a really bad segue into our next topic. So.
Oh God.
So about men being strong and standing up and, you know what I'm saying, I can do anything I want to do. This is Jameis Winston, right? So
Jameis Winston.
I guess Jameis Winston, that's what I meant. I was reading something else.
Name.
But so he's in trouble because some things he said. Now when I watched this video, I was like, dang. I was like, okay. All right, you know, stand up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can do anything I want to do. Awesome. And then he like, all right, all the boys stand up. Okay, that's fine. Nothing wrong with it. All right, boys, you did say this. Say it. Girls, no, ladies are supposed to be quiet and polite and weak. And it's like, wait. Hold on, little buddy. What you mean? Like, I was offended because I'm a girl. Like, no. I mean, yeah, no, polite and all that, but the weak part? Now, he didn't necessarily say weak, but he was like, the boys need to be strong. What? So you telling the girls have to be strong? I was kind of upset with that. Like, wait, why do the women got to be weak? Like, that's offensive to every female, every parent of a daughter. Like, that's going against everything they're teaching their daughters to be strong and to stand up and that they can do anything they want to do. But
exactly,
I read his apology, and I understand. I'm not mad anymore. It's like, oh, okay. Because he like, no, it was a kid asleep, so I'm trying to get the boys to stand up. Like, come on, boys, it was a boy. I didn't want to call him out. So I'm going to get all the boys up, all of them. So there's one boy not singled out, which I think was cool. Kids don't like to be singled out. Because, you know, the next day they're like, oh, he was talking about you. Right. Regardless of how young they were, that would have happened. But, so now I'm like, oh, okay. As long as he explained it, it's not that bad. But some people don't care about that, his apology. But what you think, Jay?
Whew. I kind of went off Friday about this. And my post said feminists get on my damn nerves. And,
I saw that. I was going to comment, but I was waiting for today.
And it was a long conversation with it was a woman. I guess she was, she's with the feminist movement. And this is what I took from it. Now, I got a little bit of a transcript. This is what he said. He said, all my young boys stand up. The ladies sit down, but all my boys stand up. We strong, right? We strong? We strong, right? All my boys, tell me one time. I can do anything I put my mind to. Now, a lot of boys aren't aren't supposed to be soft-spoken. Right there, to me, that's a nugget. So that's one of them gems right there.
But why?
You know what I'm saying? One day, y'all are going to have a very deep voice, like this. You know, he made his voice deep. Okay? One day, you'll have a very, very deep voice. They was laughing a little bit. The kids were laughing a little bit. Then he said, but the ladies, you know, they're supposed to be silent, polite, gentle. My men are supposed to be strong. I want y'all to tell me what the third rule of life is. I can do anything I put my mind to. Scream it. Now, when I read the whole dialogue, because at first I heard the video. I actually listened to the video. I heard it from first take. So I'm like, okay. And I got kind of irritated by the lady, the moderator on there. She got super offended because you could tell she's a super feminist. She probably thinks she can fucking go play cornerback for somebody in the NFL. But she, you know, got real offended by it. So I immediately, before I even read this, knew exactly what he was saying. And he was actually saying, he was explaining to them how women are soft-spoken. You know, when we hear a woman's voice, it's gentle to us. It's calming. It's relaxing. Most of the time we hear a woman's voice. It's kind of high-pitched, you know, and whatever. Boys' voices aren't usually like that. You know, we get to a certain point in puberty where our voices change. So our voices get a little bit deep. That's why he did the, you know, y'all voices to be deep like this. So he kind of wanted them to be louder than what they were. So that's what he was saying. He wasn't saying that the women should be quiet or be silent, or wasn't saying that they weren't strong. He was directing something directly to the boys because, you know, like you were saying, Monique, one of them was disengaged. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of like, I don't want to hear this shit. I'm a Raiders fan. I don't want to hear this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably was just disengaged. He probably didn't like Jameis Winston. Hey, you never know. Like you said, you didn't want to single the kid out because it messes with their morale at that point. You know, so I think that pretty much in a nutshell, people blowing this out of proportion. He didn't mean what he said. That's why his apology, when he was saying his apology, he was like, it was a bad choice of words. And I see what he was saying by bad choice of wording. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't put that, you know how people say girls should be, you know, that girls are soft-spoken and they got the little cute voices and stuff like that, you know, but we're supposed to have the big, you know, loud voices and stuff like that. That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. He wasn't saying that whole, you know, be silent, ladies, be silent, girls, and girls should be silent. They shouldn't have a voice. That's how the feminists was trying to pump that shit up, man. It was garbage. And I was getting pissed because the lady on ESPN made a whole monologue about it. And I'm like, you're so off the left field and stroking your own goddamn ego, which I don't think a woman should have an ego like that. You know what I'm saying? She's stroking her own ego to, you know, try to fight the power of women. We can do anything men can do. No, the hell y'all can't. Y'all can't do what we can do. And we can't do what y'all can do. We can't carry no baby for 9 months. I know I can't, and I wouldn't want to. And it's remarkable that a woman can do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that we admire that. We all have roles in our societies. Men have roles and women have roles. And we should embrace those roles as a woman and as a man. We shouldn't want to say, you've never ever heard a dude say, man, I can do anything a woman can do. Never in your life. When have you heard that? I want us to have the same rights a woman can have. I want to be able to go in and have a baby too. No.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's my whole thing. I feel like women have a beautiful place in this society with what they can do that we can't do, which makes them different from us, and that's okay. And us as men, we have an awesome place in this society as men that things that we can do that women can't do. We can lift goddamn 200-pound stuff and over our head and whatever. Women aren't built to do that. They're not supposed to do that type of stuff.
Can.
And I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid for a woman to say, "Oh, I want to do that too." Why? Why? Why would you want to do that? Like just to say, "Oh, I want to be like the man." No, you're a woman. Embrace it.
So you're
beautiful
in
your own way. No, I'm not. I just feel like we, as men, have roles, and women have certain roles as well. Now, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, women should be in the kitchen barefoot, pregnant, chained to the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. Because just like my woman can cook, I can cook. Probably even better. So I'm saying that I don't mind being in the kitchen or taking care of the kids and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I wouldn't utter out of my mouth, I want to be like her as a man. And I feel like women shouldn't do that either. So it's okay to be soft-spoken, sweet, and gentle because let me put y'all up on game. Us as men, we need that shit. We like that stuff. We like our women to be like that. We don't want our women challenging us and trying to be, I'm the alpha. You know what I'm saying? But I can't be the alpha without my betas. You know what I'm saying? So you have to play your role just like I got to play mine. That's all I'm saying. You can't be the alpha with me. You're the beta for a reason. And that place fits. And I can't be the beta. And you can't be the alpha. I know that makes sense. Come on, Monique. Sorry for being long-winded. I took away from Hugh. You can ask Hugh.
Go ahead, Hugh, because he's not ready. Go ahead, Hugh.
What I looked at is too when I heard the whole thing with Jameis Winston. At first, you know, the media always hypes stuff up and make it seem like it's worse than what it really is. So when I first heard it, my initial thought was he's an idiot. But then when I got a chance to understand it, you know, I studied it and I heard what went on. Yeah, I think that his choice of words was, you know, a little bit blown out of proportion with their thinking. You know, he wasn't saying women supposed to just be quiet and don't do nothing while the men roar and they, you know, be an alpha male or a lion while the woman be a scared little sheep in the cage or, you know, in a corner somewhere. He was basically saying that he wanted the guys to know, you know, just basically your role. I feel like what he should have did, too, is where I feel like he really messed up at was he excluded the women, you know, because not just men, but women can be whatever they want to be as well, as far as doctors, lawyers, hell, you know. We was, you know, to the point where now you never know. We might have our first woman president someday, you know, but excluding them was the part where I think a lot of people looked at it, but a lot of the feminists were taking it a little too far, though, you know. But at the same time, I understand Jameis basically, like y'all said, he didn't want to signal the young man out. He basically wanted to be to the point where he didn't embarrass the guy, you know. He wanted to give them that opportunity, you know. And not only that, I feel like just his choice of words was kind of misconstrued, and he could have did something a little different. By excluding the women, that kind of hurt him a little bit, though. You know, but I don't think it was really nothing to really be that bad or even blowing up like that. I feel like sometimes the media get a hold of shit and they just tear it up or they make it worse than what it is. You have to really understand and get your views and actually do your studying, except for, you know, just going out and saying, hey, this is what it is or this is what he did. Because when I first heard it, I'm like, yeah, this guy's crazy. Why did he say that? But when I actually read upon it and got an understanding of where he was coming from, I said, yeah, I can understand what he was saying. But the part that kind of hurt him is like the quiet and silent type, but excluding the women from that whole conversation that I can be whatever I want to be. That kind of hurt him, because it just wasn't just for the guys. It was for the girls, too, who he came to speak for. It just wasn't like just, I'm speaking to the guys, I'm not speaking to the women at all. Everybody was there to hear what he was saying, and that's why I think it really got messed up at is when, he kind of, it made it seem like he excluded the women, and then, the feminist women came out and went crazy as hell, like they normally do. I'm not saying that it was wrong. Some of it was wrong, but at the same time, a lot of it wasn't right because of the fact is the way it was worded. And as a man, he apologized for that. I mean, give that dude that, because, he didn't have to apologize. I feel like a lot of people may look at it like it was a publicity stunt when he did apologize. A lot of people, how they are. They don't give a damn if you apologize or not. They're like, oh, hell, I don't care if he apologized.
Yeah, as Michael Vick.
Right.
And you can't do that, He sincerely apologized, but I just feel like his choice of words could have been better, and, he could have definitely made the women feel more like they were a part of the conversation, and that's why I think he could have improved that.
I don't mean to cut you off, Hugh, but they were standing up. You got to think about that, though. He told them to sit down. So they were standing up, and all of them were saying that. All of them were saying, I can do anything I put my mind to. They were saying that. And he saw the little boy that was disengaged.
Absolutely.
So he was speaking directly to the young man. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But I do.
I agree.
Go ahead, Monique. Go ahead.
All right. So
she said,
it's nothing I agree with. I agree more with Hugh than you, Mr. Lewis, and I'm going to tell you why.
Of course.
First of all, I agree. Don't say of course. So I agree that he wasn't wrong in the overall because I understand what he was doing. So aftermath, okay, he wasn't wrong. But, and I agree with Hugh, and if he would have had all the kids stand up instead of just the boys, then it would have been different. Also, he did exclude the girls by all the kids were sitting down. The video's on now, and he told the boys to stand up. Yes, before that they were all saying, I can do anything I want to do. I can do anything I want to do. Awesome, right? But then when you have the girls stay seated and the boys stand up to continue saying it and to say how strong they are, and the girls are supposed to sit there and be quiet, it's like, wait a minute. You're excluding us. That's an exclusion. And this one little girl said, she looked around and said, I'm strong too. So as a message for little girls, it was all types of messed up. Like this little girl is not like, wait a minute, I'm strong too.
So the little girl could have saw somebody do something good in class, and they get a reward, and she could have said, I want a reward too.
No, it's not the same thing. How is that the same thing?
Yes, it is.
How is it the same thing?
It's that wanting to be included that everybody gets a trophy syndrome. Like that everybody's supposed to get a trophy. So somebody
she's not saying that she's mad because they all got to stand up and got an award. She's saying, I'm strong too, which is probably a lot of other girls and this feminist, whoever you was talking about, felt like, wait a minute, we're strong too. We carry y'all. We're strong. Stronger than men want to realize we are or give us credit for it, because from what you're saying, it seems like we're only supposed to be, only thing that we can do that y'all can't do, or the only thing that we good for is having babies. And you said, I'm not saying you be pregnant, but all you can say is we can't do that. No man never said I want to have a baby. No man never said I want to have a baby. You said that like 3 or 4 times.
No, I just used that as an example. But
again, your example is horrible because women are more than people to make babies. We are more than birthing centers. We are more than incubators.
But did you not hear me say? Did you not hear me say that? To be totally honest with you, with women, we need y'all, and I can't be the alpha without my beta. So there are certain strengths that a woman has that I don't have.
I heard you say that, but you kept saying, I don't want to have a baby. I don't want no men to ever have a baby. And the fact is that you said that, a lot of people think that. And so by this, it's upsetting because regardless of how you clean it up,
having a baby is a
lot of people
thing.
think it is, but a lot of men think that's all women do. That's our strength. That's the thing that women can do that men can't do. That's the only thing.
It is a strength, though. It is a strength. It's a beautiful thing.
That's not the only thing. It's not the only thing that women can do that men can't do. That's what I'm saying.
Life. I can't. I don't know how to do.
Y'all created life too. If we gonna have some babies. It's not just the woman like, oh well, I'm about to have this baby right now. I'm pregnant. So we gonna have on a baby without a man or woman will not get pregnant. Well, I mean, you can't.
Y'all nurture.
Really
y'all nurture it. I can't nurture a child like a woman can. I can't, and that's a strength that is vital to the world. Like I wouldn't be who I am today without my mother. You know what I'm saying? Without my grandmother.
Her fried chicken.
So that's some vital stuff there. So that's what I was saying. I see what you're saying, that I kept using that analogy. I agree with you there, but I was just using it just as strictly as just one example.
But,
like I kind of just use one example.
The examples are still
like
in the same realm. How about women are more organized than men?
Oh, okay. I agree with that.
Women are. It's so many more things, but again, what I'm trying to say is it brings out the sexist in men and the feminist in women with stuff like this. Like it's not like, to me, I don't care. Like I understand what he was doing, and if he would have had everybody stand up, I think that would have still been cool too. Because you always this one little girl that said something, she's probably not the only one. She's probably not the only one who went home to her parents like, yeah, it was awesome until he said that. Blah, blah, blah. You know? So society needs to realize that everybody has a strength, and there aren't many, and the roles are blurred for several reasons in society. The roles of the man and the woman are blurred. So, and the things that men and women can do are blurred.
Why do you think that is, Monique? Because
it's a lot of women out here taking care of their household. When the man is supposed to be the alpha, as you say, and the head, men are not out here working. They living off of women. They're not taking care of their kids. Where's the alpha in there? Where's that alpha? He's not there.
No, I agree.
Women are working in factories. Women are playing football. Women are doing all these things lifting weights. Come on. We may not be able to do it at the capacity that you can, but we can still do it.
But it's still a strength in a man that a woman does not have. How many times have you heard a woman say,
you're right.
I can't teach him the things that a man can teach him?
Because that's true.
It's different. It's different. So, yeah, y'all can do that stuff. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that a man's strength isn't, you know what I'm saying, just that, his strength. Y'all have your own strength. We have our own strength. Why try to say I can do all of this that a man can do? Why go out of y'all way to say that? That to me, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I don't think that
you don't want to be a woman.
No, it's not even about that. It's about equality. Like everybody wants it. Regardless it's about your gender, your race, or anything, we all want. But listen. We understand that, but constantly saying you can't do this because you're a girl, you can't do this because you're a girl, you can't do this because you're a girl.
You can't.
Anytime somebody tell you can't, what you gonna do? You gonna do it. But see, that's the thing.
But I'm saying you can't.
If I can go out here, and throw a spiral football, so I'm gonna talk about it. If I can go out here and throw a football better than you, as good as an NFL player, am I not doing it as good as him? If I can,
no, because you would never ever play in the NFL.
Ball as fast as, then am I not as good? You know what I'm saying?
You'll
like,
never play in the NFL.
It's just shut it off. I'll never be in the NFL. That's what you just said.
No, you won't. A woman will never play in the NFL because it's too violent.
I know.
It's certain shit that
just
men
like a woman will never be in the
WNBA.
WNBA. Or will they? I mean, in the NBA. We got all these transgender things going on. A transgender just won the wrestling championship.
Oh,
in
my
the
God,
women's, So, I mean, look, you got these UFC women wrestling, trying to fight as men. You can't. The word never is not a very wise word. Thing is, and we about to cut this short because I want to talk about y'all boy. But men and women are more equal than we give each other credit for. Point blank, period.
I disagree.
And forever, it will always be a disagreement when it comes to males and females and their equality and the things that they can do. So, but
can we agree and
on
disagree?
to your boy. Yes, we're going to this guy Floyd Mayweather.
Oh God!
I thought he was done fighting. Like how many times he go stop and come back?
He looking for that payday. Most times he go out for them big paydays.
Whew. You asked me a question? Everybody got quiet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was basically about him and that payday.
Oh, Monique must have got cut off.
Gets to that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Monique must got cut off.
Oh
yeah,
man.
She got cut off. She'll probably be back.
Okay, but yeah, that topic of the start of it is we know how he is, man. He's not just gonna fight any fight, man. Most times he want to fights there to break ground breaking, shatter records, to where they're getting a lot of money and where they're getting a really huge payday. That's what Floyd wants. I feel like he can always come out of retirement if the money's right. That's just always the way it is, and that's how it's been with Floyd. But at the same time, though, man, this would be a great fight for him because if Conor want to step into his world and box Floyd, man, and they're going to give him a nice payday for it, he's going to do it.
Hello.
She is.
Hello.
I'm back.
Yeah. All right, Monique,
okay.
you were saying?
Sorry about my Sprint technical difficulty.
Oh, you got Sprint? Oh, hell no.
I'm sorry. I was like, what happened?
Oh, come on. Sprint.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey. I don't know. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, Hugh. I heard you was talking.
Yeah, I feel like just basically.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Hugh. We got a caller.
Okay.
Somebody calling in. Want to say something? All right.
Okay.
You put them in. I'm about to put them on in a second.
Hey, what's up? This is Corey from hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, this is Corey from Farmington Hills. What up, Hugh?
Hey, what's up, Steve, man? You good?
Hey.
Hey,
yeah, great time. Hey, what's going on? Really enjoying myself. Just real quick, kind of chiming in. I was calling on y'all topic about Winston. And I know y'all was going to the Mayweather. The only thing he made the mistake as a public speaker, because I've done different things, is he segregated his audience. He basically, chose one group to identify and left it out. And at that point, it just wasn't the right thing just to do. It's a, common mistake people sometimes do when you're speaking to people. And, that's it. I don't think he meant any disrespect from it. And then when it comes to Mayweather and McGregor, it's all publicity. It's never going to happen. McGregor is so tied up with his UFC contract. Mayweather know that. And I think he's just going to keep riding it out to keep his name out there so he can always generate that money.
Yep.
Good point. That's a good point.
All right.
All right, appreciate y'all. Stay up.
All right, you too, Corey. Thank you, man.
Thanks
for calling in.
Appreciate you.
Go ahead, Hugh. Go ahead, finish your point.
I really thought that that's funny what he said too, man, because we always figure that if the money's right, then Floyd will come out of retirement. But then, yeah, man, when you just said, it makes a lot of sense too, because he always want to keep his name relevant. He never wants to be forgotten, man. He's always wanted to be known as being great. And I feel like as long as his name would be out there, man, he'll always feel like he's relevant. But, yeah, man, that UFC do got him tied up, Conor McGregor, man. Where would they actually really find common ground, too, with this whole shindig right now? Because, if the money's right, Floyd's going to always be there, man. But at the same time, Floyd's problem a lot of times be his ego. I know you know Monique, and I know you know James. He always going to want more money than whoever it is, man. You can be an even fighter. Y'all can have the same record, same KOs, and both of you guys will be undefeated. I think Floyd is still want, like if they both got $100 million, with Floyd to try to manipulate him like, well, I want $150. Because he's always seems like his ego will want him to make more money than the competitor, man. And I think a lot of times, man, when it comes to him, because when we first heard about those guys and we was hearing them talk about trying to set up a fight, Floyd was like, man, he's not even caliber type of fighter. And he felt like the money that they were trying to issue, Dana White was trying to contribute to the fight, and he thought it was a joke.
Man, I agree with what Corey was just saying. That's like he took the words right out of my mouth. And to hit on what you said about Jameis Winston, I do agree with that. Like I said, I agree with I was just trying to say that he didn't mean any harm by it. And you got to remember, he a 23-year-old kid, and I think most of the publicity came from him. And what happened at Florida State, those allegations and stuff at Florida State with him, being accused of rape and all this type of stuff and, stealing crab legs and shit. And, So I think that a lot of that played a part in it too. But like you said, I do agree with what Monique and Corey was saying about the whole segregating the audience thing and whatever, but he didn't mean no harm by it. Like I said, he just saw a kid unengaged, and he was trying to get the boys hype, as the best choice of words I can use right now. He was just trying to hype them up and stuff. But the Floyd Mayweather thing, it is a big ass publicity stunt, and I saw it coming when I saw the mouthpiece Conor McGregor had on him when he was winning those fights in UFC, when he went on a little streak before Nate Diaz had beat him. And then I'm like, man, he talked too much. I was like, watch, he trying to start some stuff with Floyd. Like, because Floyd talked shit too, like a lot. So, yeah, so they started going back and forth. And now they talking about boxing. We all know boxing and UFC are two different sports. If Floyd tried to transition into UFC, he would get his ass kicked. If Conor McGregor tries to go to boxing against Floyd Mayweather, he will get his ass kicked. Now, I don't like Floyd at all, but I give credit where credit is due. Floyd's a hell of a fighter, one of the best I've seen. But
he's a runner.
Yeah, he is.
He runs.
And I think most of it. I think most of that running though comes from him being older, and he getting a little wise. Like, I don't want to get hit because I can't really take the punches like I used to. You know what I'm saying? But like in his Pretty Boy Floyd days and him building up to money, like the first, I want to say first 2 years of Money Mayweather, he was a bad mother. You know what I'm saying? He was a bad mother sucker. So, but now it's more of him selling his brand. Once he became his own promoter, there go Hugh ass with that damn background. But once he became his own promoter, he started just promoting himself. So, you know, everything was, you know, talking smack and, you know, having control over stuff. Just like you said, I want to make more money than you, so I want $1,050,000. You know what I'm saying? Or $1,001,000. You know what I'm saying? I got to make more than you. I got to be the highlight of this thing or whatever. So it's a big publicity stunt. And even if it does happen, even if it does miraculously happen, which I don't think it will, even if it does miraculously happen, I really feel like all the hype is going to be within the press conference, the Twitter beef, the interviews, all that stuff. That's going to be the hype. The fight will be over quick because I feel like Floyd will outbox the shit out of McGregor and have him to the point where he just confused. I mean, I don't think Floyd.
He's going to run around and get that boy tired and dizzy, and then he's going to come in and pop, and then the boy going to fall in dizzy. He's caught vertigo because...
I don't think Floyd would have to run. I don't think he would have to run from McGregor because McGregor's not a boxer. He's a fighter. He's not a boxer. So I think Floyd will be able. That don't mean nothing. Look at the fight when Floyd fought Ricky Hatton. He knew Ricky Hatton wasn't on his level. Floyd didn't run from him at all. He beat the hell out of Ricky Hatton.
Was this Pretty Boy Floyd or Old Man Floyd?
Oh, this old man Floyd. This is what, about a few years ago, about 4 years ago or so. So it wasn't that long ago. He was still in that, you know what I'm saying? I know the next fight after that he was running from Ortiz. You know
Every fight I've only seen, like 3 of his fights, he always running. Like, I don't think he beat Pacquiao, but that's just me. But anyway, we're going to drop that one right there. We were talking about a topic that I am, like, passionate about. And I didn't even know this existed besides the Lingerie Football League, which is women's professional football. So, do you think that there is a place for a professional women's football league? Like the sister league to the NFL? James? No, you know what? Come on, Hugh. I already talked to James. Hugh, we're going to say James.
You know what? And Monique, I feel like the way they done it with the LFL, at first it used to just be flat-out lingerie football league. And that's what a lot of the guys, it kept guys' attention. It was like a little halftime or whatnot as far as when it came to the NFL. But when I started seeing some of those ladies like Nwoka and Ferrari and Danica, and I see, and I start to get familiar with their names and see them play the game, when they changed it from lingerie to Legends Football League, I felt like those ladies, they played with a lot of pride, and I liked it, and I felt like it was pretty good, and it was good entertainment. But the unfortunate part is, and Mo, don't even get mad at me on this one, you know what I'm saying?
I already know what y'all going to say.
But when I first saw it, I was like, man, dang, like these little chicks, man, they wearing like, low-cut shorts, they kind of exposed, and, my pervertedness had me watching it first. But when James, I called James a few times, like, damn, you see them women here? I was like, the one lady had to get helped out from her teammates because she knocked her unconscious. And I said, damn, it made me stop being a pervert for a second and made me focus on them women as athletes.
Look at their skills.
You know, I looked at their skills and I said, damn, there's some fast women, there's some strong women, it's a hella good defensive women on those teams. Like Chicago, their defense was like unheard of. Those women can hit. They were strong. You know, they had a hella quarterback. They had a hella running back. They had like an all-around team. And I seen those girls in Chicago. I saw the Los Angeles girls. I seen the Seattle Mist. You know, I seen a couple of those teams, and I said, man, you know, these girls can really play. I felt like if they gave it a little more revenue stream, but, I mean, Monique, don't get mad at me again. I got to put her out there. They got to wear the boy cuts. They got to wear the boy cuts. They got to wear the boy cuts, and they got to wear the, like, you know, like half shirt things, you know, show a little bit of, you know, the cleavage. Because the fans are going to watch, and then it'll show from their skill set point. And it's crazy because that's when I first watched it. I was like, man, these women are nice. There's some hot women. They don't got. I don't think one ugly chick I've seen.
It's on LFL.
I might be wrong, but I doubt it. It wasn't no ugly women. They were beautiful women. That's what caught my attention. And then their skills basically was a bonus, but I think it'll be hard to have a league, WNFL league versus the NFL. I thought that the LFL would be a great idea because of the fact is when James first brought it to my attention, he told me it basically comes on around the time like August before the season really gets serious. And, no, it actually goes off around that time. It comes on in, like, April, and it goes off around, like, August, going into the league. And I said, damn, that would be a good loop over for us. I thought that would have been great if they continued that. But they just need more publicity. But do I think it'll be on the market as the NFL? I would love it to be. I'm not sure if they can get there because they've been trying this for years, Jay. You know that. We talked about that like maybe 2 years ago. And it still ain't really made no impact. But I think they need a better – if they had a good person, like a good backer behind it and was true to the craft and really wanted to promote them, they can be something good to watch. You know, but would they be on a NFL revenue stream?
They gonna have to.
I doubt it.
They gonna have to market it right. They are.
I doubt if they'd be able to get there.
And when I had first recruited Monique for the show, because I read her lovely article about women's football.
Actually, it's a blog called Women Really Play Football.
Well, yeah. After I read it, I was like, all right. I said, Monique knows what she's talking about, so I got to get her on the show. So we were talking and stuff, and we had a whole dialogue about it. And she asked me that question about, about the lingerie football stuff and whatever. And I told her. I said, I strictly watch it because they have naked. Now, the whole thing about that is
delicious.
And I told her, I said, it's not the fact that I'm just this chauvinistic dude or, just this carnal. Or I mean, men are carnal. We're carnal. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I know who I'm exactly watching. So I'm watching women play. So like Hugh was saying, you kind of, after a while, you get past the, dang, you know what I'm saying, she looked kind of good in that, to, damn, she fast. Damn, she caught that ball good. You know what I'm saying? Or, damn, that was a nice tight spiral she put on that pass. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of comes after the fact. If I see a chick pads and, full football guards like the men, it's no different to me. Just the skill level becomes different. So it's like I'm just straight up watching amateur football. You know what I'm saying? Like a high school game or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to go watch the Detroit Demolition a lot, women's football league that was here, semi-pro, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I used to watch it. I used to go to the games and stuff like that. And I told Monique, I said, I used to enjoy the games. Like, I used to really enjoy them, but I couldn't go every week. I couldn't go watch that every week. That was like a special event. But a men's semi-pro, I could go every week because I'm used to watching football in a certain manner. You know what I'm saying? So I think for them to do like a women's football league or whatever that's sister to the NFL, they're going to have to do it correct. And I'm sorry, this goes back to the simple fact that men and women are different. Women are gorgeous. They're beautiful. We like that as men. We wouldn't be men if we didn't. So it's a certain way that a woman has to look to get a certain type of attention. That's just like if a man wants to talk to a woman, she has to look a certain way, dress a certain way, carry herself a certain way. Just like how women are attracted to men. Y'all attracted to the big muscles. That's why the dudes wear the cut-off jerseys and have their muscles flexing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like that stuff. Now, dudes was running around and bulky stuff where y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all couldn't see the muscles and stuff like that. Y'all wouldn't be too interested. You know what I'm saying? But women watch football mainly because they want to see the physiques of the dudes, the six-packs and all that stuff. So that's the same thing with us. To see a women's football league thrive like that, they're going to have to do it right. And that's why now the WNBA been in business for like 20 years, and I think most of that been NBA money keeping them afloat. But other than that, I really think that if they change the way they looked on the court, they'll get a lot more viewers on TV and a lot more going to the game. So because there's no difference. There's no only difference between the men and the women's game is the women don't dunk and they're not as athletic as the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, they play some good ass basketball. I watch the WNBA. I like the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? And I like women's college basketball a lot. I like it more than the WNBA, actually. You know what I'm saying? But it's no difference. It's a certain kind of appeal that you're going to have to do to get viewers. Simple as that. That's what I think. You got the floor, Monique. Go ahead and test us out.
All right. So I'm going to admit something. The reason I got into football is because two reasons. I thought Brett Favre was cute. Go Green Bay. And because I dealt with big guys and they played footballers, like was the football type, because I was like 115 pounds, so I needed somebody to block me or protect me or carry me when I didn't feel like walking. So I'll give you that. But the whole thing about women and looking for men with the muscles, you don't see how many sloppy men out here got girls, or how many of these stick men got girls, or how many of these females out here looking like bags of stuff got men. So the look is all the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So sports is in the eye of the beholder. If you're a sports fan, I would think that sports is sports is sports. That'll be a topic on my blog. Check it out. But there are over 10 women's professional football leagues. Okay, the lingerie football league is only, like I said, that was the first one I've ever seen. Ever anything about women playing football, never heard of it, never saw it until one day I was flicking through the channels and VH1 had women in lingerie playing football. I was like, oh my God. If my stomach was flatter, I would be out there so I could quarterback. But then I didn't see it no more. So I was like, okay, well, what's going on? Is this the only women's football league? So many. They have the Women's Football Alliance has like 60-something teams. In Detroit, we have the Detroit Dark Angels. They play out at John Glenn. We have so many women that want to play football. But because
what they got on,
you
though,
guys...
Yeah.
You said what?
What they wear?
What they wear?
Are they wearing the boy cuts and like the little like Brazil thing?
I'm getting to y'all. See, y'all give me a sentence, and I'm about to get to all of that. Okay. See, the reason they're not as popular is because y'all boys want to see girls half naked playing.
Pretty much.
So it's like y'all watching a pillow fight with a bunch of girls, and they trying to show I have an arm, I got legs, I can hit. But y'all never watch them because they covered.
Though, Monique.
That's what I'm saying. They cover because they're not out there to be objected. They out there to be applauded and looked at for the skill that they got. Not because they have naked. Not because they got a little tattoo on their booty cheek that you can see.
Hey.
They want to be out there because, hey, I can throw this ball too. Check out these
you're going to
feet.
have a predominantly
watch me hit you.
Audience. That's going to be your audience, women. All women is going to be your audience.
But why?
Like
but that's not right.
I just told you.
But the thing, if you get past the looks of the LFL, right, which only has 8 teams, it's not even like the biggest women's league, but because they started out as a Super Bowl halftime thing, they have more, and they got the NFL behind them. They got more going for them. But you don't have to. It's about the skill. That's what they try. That's what they want people to understand. It's about our skill, not about what we got on. But the thing is, if you can get past the looks, it's football.
No, not on the level that I'm used to watching. Are you understanding what I'm saying? I'm used to watching football.
But you just said you like college football.
Of course, it's on a certain level.
Okay, it's not on the same level as the NFL, but it's football, and you like football, so you watch it, right?
Because it's men. They play to a certain degree. They're physical. They're more physical.
So you don't like football. Why do you watch football? To see the men or to see the game? To see the plays that they do, to see the skill that they have on the field. Which one is it? Do you watch it for the sport or you watch to see the men run around? Because it's football. Regardless of who's playing it, it's football.
Monique, don't act like you ain't watching because of the guys had the tight pants and the bulky muscles. You know, sometimes they take off their pants and you be seeing their chest bulging out and stuff. I just said that.
The reason I got into football, the buzzes you can't tell about. Anyway, look, the reason I got into football, but it's not about that. I like football. So if I watch NFL, it's different than the college. But I will watch my Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I will watch Maize and Blue all day. It's college football, but I like football, so I'm going to watch that. Now, if it's college basketball, no, because I'm not really into basketball like that. But football, I like the game. It's not about the person in the uniform. It's about the game, unless it's about their skill.
It's a certain level.
Look at the skill
like I said,
of the NFL.
Like me and Hugh was just saying, when Hugh said that the first thing that attracted him to watching it was the actual, look of the women.
The half nakedness, the lace on their panties.
Right. Then
scrumptious.
And then after the fact, he said, "Damn, you know what I'm saying? She's kind of fast. She can run. She can catch. Old girl can hit hard or whatever." After the fact. So sometimes, like and this one I went back into saying, women can't do everything that we do because when we watch something, it's to a certain level. You even get women who are hardcore football fans. You won't catch them watching a women's football game, whether they be fully.
How you know?
And I'm saying a lot. I've asked women, do they watch the lingerie football league, or if they watch like the Detroit Demolition before or whatever. They like, no, I don't watch women's football, and I'm like, oh, okay. I understood why she don't, because she used to watch it.
Let me explain to you why. Women don't like lingerie football because it objectifies women. Like the only thing we're good. It does.
How?
It does because you're not paying attention to the game.
I don't get that.
It's not like I just said. I just asked you a question that you never answered. Do you like football? That's yes or no.
Of course I do.
Okay. Do you watch football because of the game of football or for the men that's playing the football?
Both. I like to see the dudes play the football because they bring a certain physicality to the game that I like to see and a certain aggressiveness.
And we play Pop Warner football, if you want to call it Pop Warner or PAL, it's all the same. We've played it. So, our passion as children, now we're seeing it as we grow up as men as well. And that's something we grew up into, playing and enjoying. Some even went to high school, college, and even the pros. But when you're a kid, you start off playing it, and then, you actually enjoy the craft and you enjoy the game. And that's what I think attract us to it because we've played before in PAL League football, and that's what made us want to play. We enjoyed it and we appreciate it. And, now I'm to the point where I can't play hell. By now, me and Jay would have been retired, but we enjoy the game. We appreciate what they bring, their performance and some talented dudes, It's like athleticism to a higher level, And it's crafty to do some of the things you do, like in the Super Bowl when Julio Jones got that pass and he caught it. His whole body was out of bounds, and he had the 2 feet in. One of his feet touched the ground inbounds, and the other one tapped in. I said, damn, how did he catch that?
You're not about to see no chick do that. I'm just saying, you're not about to see that. You're not about to see no chick do that.
We get amazed from stuff that we see from dudes or what they do in the game. It's stuff that they do. We like, man, how the hell he do that?
I kind of want to see I want to see the lingerie football league put hat on playing high heels though. That's what I'm waiting for.
What?
What? I'm just saying. I would like to see that. That would be nice to see.
Again, objectifying instead of.
Oh, it's not.
It is.
Look.
How is that football if they out there in high heels? How is that football? Then y'all the men should put on high heels too. Then if they can do it all, put some heels and play football too.
Monique, I'm talking
That's craziness.
Okay. I was talking.
We can't do that.
I was being with JaVale McGee right quick. Look, check this out. I'm saying that this is exactly what I'm talking about. Women fight so much to be on the same level as men that y'all forget
they're not trying to be
women.
on the same level. They're just trying to be appreciated for the level they on.
Listen to what I'm trying to say. Women cannot play basketball to the level that we play, and they can't play football to the level that we play. So I'm saying to get the attention that is necessary to succeed as far as a league is concerned, you have to do something to get the male audience which watches the game of football attention. And I think the way to get the attention is to put women in a certain, I would say present them in a certain light that will get men's attention. And I don't think it's objectifying because a woman's body is gorgeous. It's beautiful. So I say, why y'all arguing against that? We want to see that stuff. We want to see a beautiful woman, a woman with a beautiful body. How?
How does a woman's body does not change if it's covered? A woman's body does not change if it's covered. It's still there.
Yes, it do. We can't see it.
Why do you need to see it?
Why not?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, we can't see it.
Women are not trying to be on the same level as men, and that's what your mistake is. We want to be appreciated for the level we're at. And y'all keep trying to take, y'all want to be like, no, we want to be appreciated where we are. If we have this ability, then appreciate us for that ability, not what we wearing it, and when we showcasing that ability, but the ability behind the uniform.
That gets the attention. Your game is going to keep us there.
It jokes
you
it
get
off.
what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
That's why you only have 8 teams on the LFL.
That's
only because every other woman that wants to play football does not want to be looked at like the little girl out there playing in her lingerie. Like it's not real. They want to play real football.
So you tell me.
And I understand what you're saying, that it's not going to happen because they got to all be naked. So the WFA need to have all their players be half naked and garters, and all these teams need to just say, fuck it. Y'all just come out here and play in your draws, and you ain't even really got to play good. Just run around your draws, throw the ball a couple of times and run. No, that's not even what I'm saying. Did you hear what I just said, Monique, before you went on your little rant? They need to be attracted to y'all. Y'all want them half naked.
No, I said that you have to have stuff to get people's attention. That's almost like if you're running a business, I have to have a billboard, a nice billboard, and an advertisement that catches the attention of the consumer. But my ultimate like production is going to keep them there. It's going to keep them coming back. So if I'm like, oh, okay, well, hey, this looks kind of cool. You know, the girls got the whatever. And the dudes, we like that. We like beautiful women. We like women, period. Most of them don't even care. Well, you'll get the skinny dudes or the dudes who like big girls out there. See the big girl out there. They like that stuff. So I'm saying that if you put the product out there, advertise it right, and they like, hey, okay, let me go check this out, see what this is about. And then, first of all, our mind is going to be, all right, I'm at a women's football game, they in lingerie. Dang, she's thick. Man, you see her? Oh, man, look at that. And then it's going to come from, damn, you see that catch dog? Oh, man. And then they're going to keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? You get them to see your skill first. If I go to a game and see a girl looking like goddamn Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders in the Barry Sanders hookup and, you know what I'm saying, looking like a dude on the field, I don't want to watch that. I might as well go watch a high school football game. For real. Like, seriously, that's not going to get me. It's not. It's not. I may watch it just for the love of, like you said, the love of the game, but it's not going to keep me coming back. I might as well go watch a college game or whatever, because there's nothing distinctive from those games, especially if it's a women's game. It's like the WNBA.
That's what makes it distinctive. It's women, not men.
No, it's not.
That's a big difference.
No, it's not.
We're women playing football. This is different than the NFL because they're men playing football. We're women of the world, like everyday girls, not supermodels. Tyra Banks picked up herself, but regular people, regular moms, doctors, lawyers, teachers, cookers, whatever, playing football because
we
they love the
appreciate
game.
all that, but we feel like what he's saying is basically right.
What you're saying is, they need to be.
Shit.
So look, so if they was naked for the first 2 games, right? Not naked, but lingerie. I mean, legends. Then the rest of it, they was in regular. Y'all want to watch it? You said you gotta get them in with something, and then you show your skill.
No,
so you pull them in.
You will lose viewership.
Mm-hmm.
You will lose viewership. I guarantee you that. You're going to lose me. You're going to lose me because that's not what got me there. Okay? You're going to have to go back to the panties and bra. Going to have to go back to it. Simple as that. But like I said, when we come back, we going to want to see them play. And then when we get kind of disinterested, when they playing crappy, it's like the duels game. When they play crappy, we turn it off most of the time. You know what I'm saying? When they having those raggedy games, we turn it off. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else to watch on them. But women, they can still keep our attention. You can still keep my attention if you playing a crappy game, because you got something on that can keep my attention.
That's so sad. Sex sells.
All right, go ahead, man. Last topic. Come on.
All right, last thing. Let's talk about these Clippers. Should they keep the team together or start from that? James?
All right, I'll keep it short and sweet. The Clippers been together for about 4 years now?
About 4 years.
Yeah, about 4 years. It's time to break it up. Like the Warriors, you look at the Warriors team, they've made significant changes. They added Kevin Durant. They've won a championship already. They've beaten the Clippers. Clippers haven't beaten them since 2014 on either floor. So they just can't compete on that level, and they can't compete with the Spurs either, really. So I really think that it's time to disperse that because they're not doing anything to make that team better. You know, and I don't think Chris Paul or Blake Griffin fit like that. You know what I'm saying? The two different personalities, two different styles of play. It's just, it's time to break that up over there, man, because I'm telling you, it's going to get even worse if the Lakers get their stuff together and Magic Johnson start, you know what I'm saying, getting that team right, and they going to go back to the top of, the top of the L.A., pinnacle of L.A. sports. So either they break it up or they can keep it together to the point where Doc Rivers' ass going to get fired soon. They're going to end up trading Chris Paul or he going to leave and go try to get him a championship before he retires. Blake Griffin going to end up leaving. DeAndre Jordan going to end up leaving, and you're going to end up with nothing over there. And you're going to be the Clippers of the early to mid-90s. Shit, the 2000s too, early 2000s. So either blow it up now and start building around it. I think they should have tried to do anything they can to get Carmelo over there and try to do something. You know what I'm saying? Get a little change or something over there. But they didn't do nothing during the trade before the trade deadline last week. So it's either break it up or hey,
at least
just suffer the consequences. Hugh?
Yeah, I feel like they definitely should do something, man. After 4 years, they haven't really accomplished much. And when they did when they first beat the Golden State Warriors, I thought, man, that was a pretty young team, and they were still developing. They didn't really have all the pieces of the puzzle yet. And, they basically was living off of Clay and Seth and their pure shooting. That's what everybody was looking at before. But then they studied the arts and crafts of the game, man. They improved us, when Steve Kerr was their coach, man. They added better pieces and made them a better team. The problem is with the Clippers right now is, your Paul's always going to be injured or your Blake's going to always be injured. I feel like Crawford, how high of a pedestal can he reach, He's a good six-man, but is he a consistent person on a regular basis that can help that team win? DeAndre Jordan, it's like those guys, man, they've been together and then they're still in the muck of the West. I just feel like that's the best thing they should do. Trade off some of them pieces, tweak that team, get some better personnel and players over there, because what you're looking at right now is I've seen that one time when they played and they were in the conference finals. No, it was the divisional round, if I'm not mistaken. They played who did they play? The Rockets. They were up 3-1, and they lost that series. And that same team haven't really came back from that yet. I feel like after that, it was a hard hit. It was a haymaker to that organization, and they never really was able to recover. So I feel like if they had any chance to try to do something this year, they should have tried to do it by the trade deadline. I mean, even OKC tried to shore up their team, you know, or even OKC got, you know, McDermott now, man, and they got what's my man's name, Todd Gibson, you know, so they even got their team a little more improved now. I just feel like right now the Clippers are in trouble, man, because they're in the same spot. And I don't think they'll be able to win or even go far now this year. I think they're in the same level. They're always going to be that upper team, like upper good team, but just can never go far. Yeah. So, yeah, I think if they know what's best for them, they should be trying to do something. They should have did it at the trade deadline, but since they didn't, I'm looking at it now like, well, you know, that team's going to close, man. How long Doc going to be there? You know, how long Chris Paul going to be there? You know, Chris Paul going to want his money. Blake going to want his money. You know, but you going to start a team with DeAndre Jordan? I don't think so. Get rid of some of these pieces and get something back, man. Get something back and now while you have a chance.
Yeah, Chris Paul getting older. So Chris Paul won a championship, bro. He won a championship. And I don't know what the hell they doing over there. They just sitting on those players? Like, what are you doing? They haven't been to a conference championship. Like they trying. Yeah, I can see they've been to the conference championships. They're like, all right, we one step away. No, you get into the second round and your ass is out of there. Like, you're not even get to a conference championship. You ain't been to a conference championship since you had this team. So either you're going to bust it up or you're going to go back to being under the goddamn Phoenix Suns or something, or the Sacramento Kings and them motherfuckers. Like, that's what you about to be at the bottom of the barrel in a minute. If you keep it up, you're gonna be at the bottom of the barrel. Like I said, not gonna leave and everybody else gonna bounce. You know what I'm saying? So either get it together or shit, suffer the consequences.
It's funny. I never thought I'd hear the Clippers spoke of like they had a chance. I remember the Clippers now y'all talking like, you know, they was doing it, because I do remember hearing that they was doing good, but the Clippers have always, it was the Lakers. Like, I even forgot the Clippers was around, but I guess since Kobe gone and let the Lakers take a nap, it was the Clippers' turn. But, hey, whatever they do, they need to make it happen.
Even before Kobe left, they were LA team.
Yeah. 58 after. It's 7:58. I'll wrap this up.
It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely had a good time.
Can't wait till next week.
Hope I didn't make y'all so bad.
You did. Man. We let you argue with us over some of them issues because we need a woman point of view, so we thank you for that. But you ain't going to get us on that NFL. You know, we're going to keep me at pervs on that one.
I know, right? There's no winning. I'm just going to leave it there, and I'm going to keep doing my blog so I can reach people that love the game regardless of what they're wearing.
All right. You going to sign us out, Monique? I sent you something. You want to look at it. Sign us out. We got 30 seconds. See. Monique, you still there?
And listening? Hello.
There you go. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
go
thanks
ahead.
for listening. Thanks for listening to Beyond the Bleachers on E-Block Radio. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. Next Monday.
All right. Peace out.
All right. See y'all later. Peace.
Deuces.
All right.